everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we are doing my top 10 under £10, and we're essentially going to be putting it on my face today, so it's like a full face essentially. I've been kind of thinking about like really affordable makeup products that, you know, you can still really enjoy and you won't break the bank. So first I have a kind of like skin product slash primer, and it is the Primark Prep and Perfect Vitamin Enriched Moisturizing Primer. So I know if you live outside of the UK you might not be able to get this, and I actually thought this was a limited edition product, but every time I go into Primark they now have tons of these, so I'm kind of adding it because I feel like it's a really nice dupe for like the Bobbi Brown enriched primer thing. So I thought I would just kind of use it today. It's been a while since I've used it, but because my skin has been so dry recently, I really wanted something that was kind of making my skin feel really nice, and to be honest, every time I've used this my skin feels amazing. So I'm just going to get this basically everywhere. So now that I've let that set in, I'm going to go in with kind of another primer, but I'm going to add it in a couple of different places, and this is the Elf Power Grip Niacinamide version. So this is actually like £5 because it's so freaking tiny. So this is obviously not the full size, but I've been using this quite a lot recently because I feel like it's really good for kind of like my nose areas that I get really dry, and the niacinamide version is actually really good for with like acne prone skin, I believe. So I'm just going to kind of add this. I know I shouldn't really add like 2 primers, but I kind of made my list without realizing that I had 2 primers. I'm trying to find so many products in my collection that are under £10, and sometimes it's a bit more difficult than you can kind of realize, because I kind of just thought I would do this idea today and I was a bit unprepared, so I was kind of like, let me just find like a good set of things that I love that are really affordable but are still super good. So yeah, I forgot to mention that the Primark primer was £4.50, so again under £10 is under a fiver as well. I don't know if I could do like, I can do 5 under £5, that's so easy, but as in finding a lot more products that are under like £5. But let's go on to foundation. So this is the NYX Bear With Me Blur foundation in the shade Vanilla, and this is actually £10 like on the dot. Some places obviously you might get it a bit cheaper because it might be on sale or reduced, but this is just such a good foundation. NYX have been coming out with so many good foundations recently, and I just feel like this one is obviously under £10. Also the there's another one that they came out with, I can't remember what it's called. I'll put up a picture here. It's one of my favourite foundations. My brain is a blur at the moment, but yeah, this is such a good foundation, and so I thought I would use it today. So I'm just going to get it on my sponge, and I'm not going to go too heavy because the coverage is really good. So I'm going to get this everywhere and we're going to blend it in. Okay, so let's give me a really nice coverage. Add a little bit more to this side because I don't have a concealer that I'm going to use today, so I thought I would just add like a little bit more on top, but it's just so kind of nice on my skin, and it can get a bit too cakey if you add a lot. So the fact that you only need like the smallest amount to make your skin look really good is perfect for £10. So let's go on to bronzer. So this is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. I believe this is £6 and I have the shade Light. So again, this is a really big staple in my collection. I don't know what I'm doing when I bronze, so the fact that I get like the lightest shade to help me out is always perfect. And the thing is, this is really pigmented, and again I'm only getting like the smallest amount because I don't want to look horrible. So yeah, I'm just going to blend this in, and this has been out for a while, so it's not like it's a new product, but I believe you can still get it, and the fact that it's £6 is freaking good. Okay, so for blush, I didn't actually think I was gonna like there were so many blushes that I wanted to use. I was going to talk about the Elf one, but I've got quite a few Elf products in here and I thought I can't keep on adding a lot of Elf even though they're worthy to be there. But this one I think is a bit of a one that not many people have spoken about, and it's the Revolution Mousse blush. They recently came out with mousse like blushes and also kind of liquid eyeshadows. I didn't think the eyeshadow was very good, but you know what, I've been using this a bit recently and it's so pigmented. I got the shade Blossom Rose Pink, and I think this is great. I mean, this is £4, no, this is £6, no, it's £5.99. And you know what, you can get it on sale on Revolution because they always have a freaking sale on, and I think this might be a bit too pink for me, but what I like is how pigmented it is and the fact that you can blend it out and it actually looks really nice. So I'm just going to add this on to the other side. Okay, so let's go on to highlighter. So this was like an obvious one for me, but it's the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter. So this is actually £4.50, and I got this on the Just My Look website. Catrice, I don't think is that easy to get in the UK at the moment, again, apart from Just My Look. And this highlighter I've used so many times on my channel, but I still feel like it's worthy of talking about, like my top 10 under 10 and stuff like that. But this is like, it's blinding. There were kind of a couple of other highlighters that I wanted to kind of talk about. I think there was like the Rimmel one, and then there's also like maybe one, two like Revolution ones, but I feel like this is so blinding. Look at that, like I didn't even see how much I put on. There's way too much. I might just put it down slightly, but yeah, it's still a gorgeous highlighter, and the fact that you can still get it like even after a couple of years that they've had it is still amazing. So let's go on to eyeshadow. This is just a liquid eyeshadow because I was trying to find some eyeshadow palettes, and I do have a couple, but I just couldn't find them in my collection. So some kind of honorable mentions. So to the Elf quads, they're like £4, and it's like these mini quads, and basically they're like £1 a shade, and they're so pigmented. You get like 2 shimmers and 2 mattes, or you know, stuff like that, and they're really worth it. I really recommend it. But I'm actually going to be talking about the Dolce House Cosmetics Hypnotize Eyes in the shade Fantasy. So this is like bang on £10, and I got this on their TikTok shop a while ago, but it's so stunning, it's so gorgeous. So I'm just going to add it by itself because I don't have anything to kind of use with it. Plus this is like, again, £10 on the dot. So I'm just going to kind of just put it on because I feel like you don't need to blend it in, you don't need to kind of add anything to it. So I'm just going to add it by itself. Okay, so you need to kind of like layer it slightly, not always, but I'm going to kind of let it dry because I don't want it to crack. So I haven't really put on like a Urban Decay primer underneath, which is what I would normally do. But normally you can just like put this on by itself and it will dry down and it will look super gorgeous. Next time I might put like a black something layer underneath it and then add it on top. So for eyeliner, I'm going in with my Rimmel one, and this is the Scandalize, and this is only like £5. So I'm going to add like just a tiny bit because this is slightly creasing, so this is like my bad, but I just want to add like a tiny amount because I want my eyes to like pop. But what I love is the nib. It's really nice and precise, and it's just really nice. So let's get this on. Okay, so we've got 2 products left. So one is going to be a lip liner, and obviously the other one is some type of lip product. So this is the e.l.f. lip liner, and one thing I find really annoying about this collection is that they don't actually put the name of the pencil on there, but this is £3, so you really can't go wrong when it comes to like these lip liners, and they're super duper creamy. So I'm gonna put on like a light layer because what I'm going to use afterwards is not as pigmented, so I don't want it to look too crazy. So let's get this on. As you can see, that glided on so easily, like for £3. These are so good, and the fact that you can sharpen them really easily as well. So the last thing we're going to talk about now is again by e.l.f. So this is why I didn't want to add too many products by e.l.f. because again, they just have so many good products at the moment. But this is their new Clout Lip Plumping pen, and this is in the shade, I don't think there's a shade here, it's okay, it's really tiny at the bottom. I can't see it because my eyesight is really bad, but these are £8, and these have just come out like I'd say a few weeks ago, a month ago, but it's so good for like £8. And I've been really enjoying the NYX one as well, because it's just really comfortable on the lips, and these are meant to be plumping, so they're not like, they don't really smell like cinnamon. They have a kind of like tangy smell to them, but for £8 they're really good. So let's get this on. So yeah, this does have like a slight tingle to it, but again, you can see how pigmented it is, so I didn't want to add too much of the liner because it would really like stand out. But this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I feel like you can really do a good makeup look with really affordable products. I know that's not like a new thing, and everyone is doing it now, because we feel like high-end products can just be taking the mick. Like sometimes they're just too expensive and it's unnecessary, and you can find some really good things like really affordable, again under £5, under £10. You can find some amazing products. Let me know if you enjoy any of these products and what your favorite product under £10 is. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and appreciate you sitting down, listening to me ramble on. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.